Hey guys, this is SeetherCord here, and welcome to my newest video for you guys today. Now, as of lately, we can all understand that it's been kind of rough this past year in 2020. A lot of crazy stuff has happened, you know. We've been going through one of the craziest, most life-changing kind of pandemics we've ever gone through in our lives. And as with such, we've had a huge economic downturn, and also we've seen within the furry community a kind of like furry economic recession / depression. And we have to wonder to ourselves what sections of the furry community have been heavily affected by this pandemic. One of the main things that are currently out of the picture right now for the furry community are in-person conventions. Now I know they've been moving them to online, but again, as of right now, maybe for another year or so, we're not going to be able to have in-person furry conventions right now. Another thing to consider is that a lot of furry artists and fursuit makers are heavily being affected by the pandemic because a lot of people don't have as much money right now due to layoffs and everything to where they can't afford fursuits or furry artwork. So definitely a lot of artists and fursuit makers are currently not being able to get the bills paid as well. And it's definitely a difficult thing for a lot of us right now. We got a lot of starving artists out there, and we also have a lot of people who can't socialize and attend events and afford money to go to these events or fund them anymore. So we got to consider to ourselves, what can we do to get the furry economy rolling again? How are we going to lower the furry unemployment rate? Oh my god, that sounds so freaking stupid. This video's dumb. But for reals, guys, I have come up with an idea for us to be able to get the furry community out of this recession. And my idea actually involves the food industry. To give a further explanation to you guys, the food industry is crucial. It is where a lot of money comes in because you need food to survive or you'll die. So you guys are going to be wondering exactly how are we going to implement the furry community with the food industry? Well, there's one particular portion of the food industry that I feel like will be perfect when it comes to the furry community, and that is pizza delivery. Now you guys might be wondering, now Seether, how are you going to be able to bring pizza into the mix with the furry community to help keep the furry community going and going strong? Well, let me explain to you guys that being myself a very proud and very genetically dominant Italian, I understand Italian cuisine. We got the fettuccine, we got the linguine, we got the tortellini, we got the ravioli.
Ravioli, ravioli, what's in the pocket? Oh.
The pastrami, a lot of things ending in "li." And the last thing, the ultimate thing of Italian cuisine is pizza. What you got to understand is that when it comes to Italian food, you got a lot of bread, you got a lot of cheese, and you got a lot of pasta and grains. Now, if I take a second to really channel my inner Italian, I close my eyes. It's the end of World War II. I'm in the streets of Italy and I see Mussolini's body get dragged through the streets. And then I think to myself, you know what? After seeing that and then seeing the bodies hung from a gas station, I'm probably gonna want some fucking pizza. And considering if I was a furry back in Italy at the end of World War II, I could think to myself, oh my god, furry pizza delivery service. Now hear me out, guys. Now hear me out. How are you going to be like, oh, a lot of people already order pizza as it is, Seether. What are you going to do to make it with furries? Let me explain. Now, let's consider this. A lot of people are lazy. A lot of people don't want to walk or get in their car or ride their bike to go get food. So they depend on takeout. And essentially, when you think of takeout food, you might think of like Chinese. Other people might think of like delivering Japanese food. But no, the number one thing in the world when it comes to takeout food, don't look that up, don't cite those sources, I know what I'm talking about, is delivering pizzas. That's the cornerstone of this great country of America, is delivering fucking pizzas. Let's take a second to look at all of the major pizza restaurant chains in this country. We got Domino's, which is right now the number one killer. It's the big boy, the big papa of pizza. They will say that maybe it might be subpar pizza, maybe you might not get your order right all the time, but they are definitely in a monopoly when it comes to most of the other pizza chains. Like you can go to any town in the US and almost any town in any other country in the world, and you will see at least one Domino's. It could either be its own individual restaurant and building, or it could be a little kiosk in a gas station. There will always be a Domino's pizza. And then you got yourselves your Pizza Hut, which is actually a funny story involving Pizza Hut, actually. The one in my town just shut down due to COVID. And one of the reasons why I think that might possibly be the case for Pizza Hut and not the other chains is because my dad actually told me that one of his coworkers actually called into Pizza Hut because he ordered a pizza from there, and when he got to his third slice of pizza, when he got to the point of chewing on the bread crust, he noticed something was really weird and fishy with the bread crust, and he like started chewing on it, put something out of his mouth. He found a used cotton swab ear cleaner baked into the crust. I'm not even making that up. That actually happened. I saw the photos. So he basically just called into Pizza Hut being like, hey, I don't like this. Can I get a refund? They're like, oh, we'll just get you another pizza. That's all we'll do. That could have easily been a lawsuit considering the virus going around right now. But yeah, essentially the Pizza Hut shut down in my area, and knowing what I just heard, I'm probably think it's for the best. Then we got ourselves the Papa John's. You know, the pizza, it's all right. It's all right. It's not that too bad. It might be a little bit greasy, but it's a pretty solid pizza chain overall. And last of all, we have the absolute worst of the worst. So bad that I will tolerate used cotton swabs baked into the pizza crust from Pizza Hut over this. And that is Little Caesars Pizza. Absolutely disgusting. You have the $5 deep dish pizza. That shit's fucking raw. That shit is raw. It's nasty and it's so greasy and oily. I had it one time, threw up. It's horrible. And I've had other people report to me that they've gotten food poisoning from that place. Really, I'm not even exaggerating by that. They actually got food poisoning. It's crazy. But anyways, the reasons why I bring up all of these, especially Little Caesars at the end, is because of the fact that I'm going to make my own pizza chain restaurant, and we're going to be calling it Little Seether's Pizza. Hint on the name, because it sounds like, hey, Little Caesars, Little Seethers. And it will definitely be way higher quality than Little Caesars, I can assure you that. Even though I have absolutely no experience of running a business or a restaurant or working in the food industry. So let's lay down some ground rules of how we're going to be incorporating Little Seether's Pizza into our society, and how we're going to rebuild the furry community's economy off of this pizza chain restaurant, because that's the new thing for furries. It's not going to conventions, it's not making artwork, it's not making fursuits, it is literally making and selling food. Number one thing that we value is our workers. And the reason that I say that is because every single employee that works at a Little Seether's Pizza restaurant location will be paid $100 an hour. And now you guys might be wondering, Seether, how the hell are you going to pay for that? It's easy. The catch with opening up a Little Seether's Pizza restaurant is that every person who works within the restaurant has to be in fursuit the whole time. You gotta get in your interview, you gotta tell us your persona, you gotta either buy a fursuit with your persona in it, or we can commission one for you of your persona and you'll just take it out of your paycheck. And the whole gimmick is basically going to be, if someone shows up to go and eat pizza at Little Seether's Pizza, they'll be entertained by the fact that we have fursuiters making the pizza. And also when it comes to the delivery aspect is that the people will wear the fursuit, they'll go deliver the pizza, and they'll deliver it while dressed in fursuit. So, you know, it'll make the kids happy, make the parents go like, oh my god, it's so cute, it's so crazy. What? You guys might be wondering like, oh, how much is the pizza going to cost? Well, it's going to cost roughly around $150 for a medium-sized pizza, about $200 for a large, and $250 for a deluxe large. So yeah, definitely that's going to be a little bit pricey, and also have to consider the fact that each additional topping after 2 toppings is going to be an extra $30, so that's also another thing to incorporate into the pricing. But still, it's worth it, guys. I feel like a lot of people are going to be willing to shill out the around $120 or so on average for a pizza because of the experience is worth it. A lot of people don't just eat just for the enjoyment or the quantity or quality of the food. They also eat at a restaurant for the experience. Now, there might be some safety and health concerns considering that we have the pandemic and everything and people wearing fursuits and fursuiters obviously not washing their suits. Hashtag musky fursuits. But however, I can assure you guys it'll be safe. You know, you only have to deal with only like a few pieces of fursuit or full suit fur sheddings being thrown into the pizza sauce. But I can assure you guys it's completely safe. I understand that there might be some concerns and all with the fact that maybe some pieces of the fursuit fur will probably fall into the pizza and get baked with the cheese and everything. So that can definitely be a little bit gross. And also, we have to consider that there is a secret sauce for why Little Seether's Pizza's pizza tastes so good. We don't use regular marinara sauce. We actually use Seether's secret sauce, which is made up of soy, lemon, barbecue A1 sauce, mayonnaise, and sriracha sauce. I know what you guys thought I meant by Seether's secret sauce. Get your mind out of the gutters. Oh my god. Now, I understand there'll also possibly be some safety concerns in the physical aspect, driving while in fursuit and everything like that, being on the road, you could get into a car crash and die and everything. Now, but I'm pretty sure everyone will be fine. When you put on a fursuit head, only about 25% of your vision is blocked off. You still got 75%. I think you can operate a vehicle with only being able to see 3/4 of what you originally see. Now, the last aspect of what makes the Little Seether's pizza special, which this could also come into play of why the pizza is so expensive as well, is the fact that we are going to be making the pizza with an extra thick crust. It's going to be fucking huge. It's going to be at least 5 different layers of cheese, at least 4 pounds of dough for each individual pizza. We're going to use at least 3 bottles of Seether's secret sauce for each pizza. And now the last aspect that really makes a pizza eating experience important is the drink. And instead of just having your regular 2 liters, we gotta step it up a notch. We'll go from 2 liters to 20-liter bottles of Coca-Cola, to your Diet Dr. Kelps, to your Arcs root beer, all that good jazz. The last thing that I feel like is very important for this pizza chain restaurant is that when it comes to being 24/7, from the hours of midnight to 6 a.m., we're going to make it be heavily influenced by Five Nights at Freddy's. We're going to have security guards and the customers have to defend for their lives as people in fursuits and other coworkers in fursuits try to kill them. You have to check the monitors and everything. It'll be definitely scary and not as lighthearted as in the day and the afternoon. But however, it's just still at the same time, it's worth it because it's just going to be ultimately a great, frightful experience that possibly will kill you, but still, it's worth it. Now again, guys, I understand that my idea seems far-fetched and kind of stupid, but at the same time, I know this will work and this will help the furry community be great once again and help us get out of this financial rut. Do not feel like I'm going to let you down, guys. Little Seether's Pizza will dominate the furry community and then the rest of the world. Just you guys wait, I can promise you that. Anyways, that's going to pretty much wrap up this video for you guys today. How do you guys feel about my idea for a pizza chain restaurant inspired by furries? Do you guys think the idea is great? Do you guys think the idea is stupid? Let me know down in the comments section down below. If you guys enjoy my content and want to further help out my channel, please consider donating to me on Patreon as well as my coffee. Remember to smash that like button, turn on the notification bell, and subscribe all together. I've been SeetherCord and I will see you guys in the next video. Now, if you guys excuse me, I have to go back to making pizzas at Little Seether's Pizza and deliver them to my customers. See you guys later. Goodbye, everyone.